Hello and welcome. This is Rooflemonger, and my friends, we are here because the developers of Guilty Gear Strive Arc System Works have put out another Developer's Backyard, where they let us know just where their thoughts are with development and things that are upcoming for the game. And of course, we just not too long ago had the new beta, and they've changed some things since then, and they want to let us know what is up exactly. Now, apparently we got more balance changes coming in the way. The balance in the beta build is not the final balance. And certain system level stuff like jumping, because a lot of people talked about jumping in the beta, right? That is also being tweaked, but let's start at the start with what they have presented us. So the first thing that was presented to us was just talking about the player match mode lobby, where you create your own custom lobby and invite people in. To explain player match mode simply, it lets you create rooms to play matches where you can freely change the match regulations. You can play with only your friends by setting an ID or use them for tournaments. Up to 9 players can be in each room, so you can have up to 8 players in a tournament join at one time along with the organizer, which is very handy. We've included a variety of features such as spectating and lining up for the next match. You can even wait for an opponent while in training mode, something not available in prior titles. There is also an online training mode, thank God, where you can practice with a friend without worrying about time limits. This opens up more options than the standard online mode. Once again, online practice mode, very big deal. Now moving onwards from that, they also want to mention the mission mode. Next, I would like to discuss mission mode, where you can learn various techniques for Guilty Gear Strive and fighting games in general. We aim to show new players that it's possible to enjoy fighting games without knowing about the battle mechanics by opting not to include explanations of the mechanics in the tutorial mode by reworking the matching system. Once again, the tutorial mode, not that great, but turns out, as we found out, a lot of the real meat is in the mission mode, right? So with that said, however, we would recommend players who want to improve and to get stronger to play mission mode. There are over 120 missions total between explanations of mechanics, techniques, combos, and counter strategies for individual characters. The missions are divided by difficulty level, so there's no need to try clearing them all at once. This mode is great for when you feel you've run into the wall during your matches, or when you don't know what to do or what to practice next. Now, next up here, we are going to be talking about stuff directly relating to the last beta, because obviously they got a lot of feedback, a lot of positive, and some negative, so let's talk about it. Improvements to the online lobby. So we have changed the matching system for online matches to use dual stations, which was a lot better than it was before, and added a rematch feature, thank God for it. This greatly improved the tempo of matchmaking, but there were still issues such as connectivity errors. We are making final fixes for these leading up to the release. We are also putting all of our effort into providing the best possible online environment for the release date, as major changes to the system could not be implemented in time. We are currently focusing on fixing bugs. Improvements to the features and other changes will be made in the form of free updates. Now, if you saw the previous video from a few days back about the exclusive interview we had here on the channel, they have talked about COVID impacting a lot of their workflow. Obviously, the core base game is here, but there's other stuff they want to add. And it's extra refreshing to see now they're saying free updates, so no paid DLC. Alright, now let's get to the big one. Let's talk jumping, right? Used to be, apparently jumping was the worst. It was too strong, it was killing the game. And then they nerfed it, and now it's too weak, and that was killing the game, right? No one was happy either way. So, let's see their answer. As jumping was extremely strong during the first open beta test, we mainly adjusted aerial options for this test, the last beta test. It was our first time attempting to implement such extreme balance changes, such as decreasing the movement of arc of the jumps and adding landing recovery before release. We were able to get extremely useful data thanks to this, paired with that from the first test. After considering a variety of factors such as the game concept, battle balance, and how fun it is to play as an action game, we are making final adjustments in the direction of increasing the movement arc of a jump while retaining the landing recovery on aerial attacks and double jumps etc. for the final game. We are also working on adjustments for other game elements such as the tension gauge, the super bar, increase for different situations, increased number of plus frames on some counter hits, which will lead to more combo opportunity, the cancel window for Gatling combos, minor changes to combo rules, and individual balance changes for all characters. Please look forward to the release date to experience the finished game. So there's a lot to unpack there, but I guess the big thing is, let's talk jumping, right? So jumping, the nerf was pretty extreme, right? But the thing is, adding the landing lag, that's totally fine. That's exactly how it works in like a million other fighting games. It's a non-issue. It's good it's there, right? But the jump arcs, they were like cut in half, if not more, right? So I'm happy to see that they're moving it forward a bit. Like, I played Potemkin. What do I care about jumping, right? But what I did care about is the jumps were so shallow in the second beta that I could no longer heavenly Potemkin buster people for jumping too much, because they just didn't jump far enough for me to actually hit them, right? Like, that's a weird concept. You got to think of that term. Like, I didn't jump everywhere, but I couldn't punish the people jumping everywhere as much because their jump was so crap. They just weren't in heavily Potemkin buster range. But hopefully it's now in a happy in-between spot. Because remember, in the first beta, man, everyone complained so much about jumping killing the game. And they obviously went a little too far because now everyone complained the jumping was nerfed too much. But hopefully it's in a nice, happy place everyone could be just pretty okay with. As it stands, once again, these guys have been so open. They've made so many good decisions. I got no reason to doubt things are going to turn out okay on that front. As for some of the other changes they mentioned here, so tension gauge increased for different situations. So hopefully maybe you can get additional bar for more than just like a wall break. That would be pretty cool. Increased number of plus frames for some counter hits. That literally just means more combo opportunities, more things will be possible. Cancel window for Gatling combos. Not too sure what they mean on that. And they said there's going to be changes for combo rules and, of course, balance changes. Hopefully mostly for the positive. Some people made out pretty well in the beta. Some people like Potemkin definitely got their knees sledgehammered out from underneath them, right? But yeah, we'll see. And overall, I'm just looking forward to what they got. As for the future of the Developer's Backyard, that's all for this volume of the Developer's Backyard. We are planning on continuing this project after the game's release, so there will be more. As a result of our busy schedules, we feel recent Developer Backyard volumes have been a little one-sided. We are able to share our developmental intent and our future plans, but we're hoping to put more of an emphasis on creating a dialogue between us and the players moving forward, which God bless you for. Thank you so much. I've always been saying Arc System Works is now the king of communication with the FGC, and they want to keep going on that. We would truly appreciate if you continue to send your opinions and feedback after the game is released, and they do have another feedback form. Check the video description for that. And is that it? Do we got to wait for launch for everything else? Well, no, we don't. We got something else. There is a special presentation coming June the 6th, and it will be focused on the story mode. And there's going to be a lot more story talking stuff and all that. And also on top of that, going by the Japanese Twitter, it looks like they're going to be showing off a roadmap for the game as well. So maybe a potential showcase of the first DLC characters. If you saw the story trailer, Gold Lewis, the big America man, I think he's DLC anyways. I think he's a little too detailed not to be DLC, but we'll see, we'll see. So yeah, we've got a preview on that, and potentially we're going to get a roadmap sometime soon. And that's what we got for the moment, but overall, just very happy to see even more communication coming from the developers of Guilty Gear Strive. I think they're just doing a great job for communication between them, the devs, and the rest of the FGC. Overall, just great job, and well, Guilty Gear Strive is soon, only a few days away now. So until then, friends, thank you very much for watching. Hope this video has found you well, and go out and play some Guilty Gear.